Welcome to our faggy intro. Last time, somebody got finished off. This time, someone else is gonna get finished off.
This is chapter 34, and it's called In Hot Water.
And if this chapter makes you finish, tell us in the comments.
Danny, Trip, and Trey were all tied up in a chair. In one single chair. Their Achilles heel is completely severed.
How do you
making it impossible to walk or escape from Jackson. They have been crying all night, and they all had bumps on their heads from Jackson.
It's like a fucking cartoon where the head goes woo and gets like a big ass.
They all had raging headaches. I was thinking of a different head.
Raging boners?
Please just let
Raging
us go.
hard-ons, that's what it was.
Please just let us go, man. This isn't right, Trey complained. Jackson turned around and slapped Trey across the face. If you speak one more fucking time about how this isn't right, I will cut your fucking tongue out.
I was a very healthy, mentally stable 18-year-old, as you can tell from this writing.
Jackson spat. Do it! You won't! Danny said. Trey looked over at Danny, a look of rage covering his face. No, it would kill him too quickly.
No, one thing that's fucking killing me is it's so very obvious I don't know how to write straight men, so I just make them the most insufferable fucking characters. And they talk like normal straight men talk.
No, I actually think of that thing from The Cruise or whatever, where it smacks her ass and then she's like,
fucking pig!
Jackson went over to the sink and looked in the cabinets surrounding it. Jackson pulled out 3 big pots before filling each one to the brim with water and putting them on the stove before lighting a fire under each one.
I love how this is describing in boring graphic detail how to light a fucking stove.
Next, Jackson dragged a spare bathtub he had found in the middle of the woods into the middle of the kitchen. How fucking strong is this fucking twink?
First of all, why is there just a random bathtub in the middle of the fucking woods? How convenient is that shit?
How strong is this guy? How strong is this guy? He just picks up a fucking bathtub like it's nothing and brings it in
I'm
here.
imagining he scooted it all the way across campus, kind of like that one time when we were having to take gifts over there, and we were like, that's what he was doing.
What the hell are you gonna do? Danny asked. You'll see, Jackson said, smirking. Jackson grabbed a knife and put it into one of the lit flames until it was bright red. Then he slapped the hot blade against Danny's face. He screamed in agony as his skin on his face melted against the blade.
Fuck off! That's so bad. It's fucking stupid.
So hot. Just whack!
He wet his baby! That hot blade. He can go do crime again, I can tell you that right now.
He screamed in agony. Oh wait, fuck. I was almost ready.
In agony.
Jackson laughed at Danny's pain. How does it fucking feel? Jackson screamed. We'll start by ruining your looks, Danny, Jackson said. Next, he went behind Trip's chair. Okay, we already established that they were all in one chair, and now they're all in separate chairs.
I feel like they both have like one leg in and one leg just standing out, and they're like, get us out of this chair.
And began pushing his chair towards the empty bathtub. Once he was near the bathtub, Jackson tipped Trip's chair over into the tub, sending him face first to the bottom of it while being tied up to the chair. No, please, I'll give you money. Just please don't kill me. Trip screamed. Did you give any of your gay pledges mercy when you fucking slaughtered them like pigs?
She came back to get us, to haunt us. Misty or Missy, whatever her fucking stupid ass name was.
Jackson exclaimed. The water in the pots was beginning to bubble at the bottom. I'll do anything, Chip screamed. Jackson stood silent for a second before speaking.
He's like, suck my butt.
I know! I was like, anything? He asked.
I don't like
Yes! Anything! Trip screamed.
I don't like the inflection in your voice.
It makes me think of that fucking, you know, like that that really terrible, like, Cat in the Hat movie, where it's like, anything!
It's like, I'll cut your dick right off. And then
if you don't shut the fuck up. I love that scene.
So Jackson is the Cat in the Hat, and now I'm gonna see that for the rest of these scenes. The Cat in the Hat is doing the shit.
It just makes me laugh, because that one scene where he's just like, anything.
That's Jackson on the way to get his bathtub.
That's a person with a certified animal. I don't know what you call them. CSP. I don't know.
I was just saying it because it looks like
certified.
I'm just imagining Jackson walking to the forest, just casually get in the bathtub.
I want you to fucking suffer, Jackson said. No, Chip yelled.
I thought you were going to say anything.
Danny was passed out in his chair from the pain, and Trey had tears running down his face. The pots were now boiling with rolling bubbles. Jackson put on oven mitts to lift the heavy pots before he began to pour them into the bathtub. He poured it directly onto Trip's back. He screamed and writhed in agony. But
who is agony and why is she getting writhed in so much? Jesus fuck, she's a slut. Who did you writhe in, you son of a bitch?
By the time he had emptied the first pot, Trip was already trying to keep his head above the boiling water. You know, I'm trying to, like, imagine what we're looking at here, and I'm assuming he's tied to the chair and he's face down into the tub.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
So that's what I'm imagining.
That would be so uncomfortable.
Considered, he was practically face down in it. Please! Trip screamed. Jackson grabbed the second pot and began pouring the entire thing into the tub. He poured it slowly.
Wait, what the fuck happened to, like, the other T? Did he die already? Trey?
No.
Oh, is he still tied up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trip's skin had begun to peel off and float on the surface of the water, and he was beet red and bleeding all over. His skin...
Okay, oh my god.
His skin and blistering. Please stop! Trey screamed. Jackson grabbed the pot and rammed the hot bottom into Trey's face.
Hot bottom?
Yeah. He shrieked in agonizing pain.
Agony needs to go get her fucking tubes tied.
In agony.
In agony.
I just like saying it like that.
It's kind of crunchy when you say it that way.
Trip was now breathing in the boiling water. It was burning his nostrils, burning his lungs. How the fuck is it burning his lungs?
Because he's breathing in the hot water, and then the hot water is in his lungs, burning them.
I guess.
That's how that would work, right? Like, you inhale water, it goes in your lungs.
Yeah, but, like, think about gravity, though.
Well, he's, like, face down.
Well, yeah, right?
He's, like... So he's breathing...
Sure, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Burning his lungs and burning his trachea. Oh, getting specific. Cooking him from the inside out. Bubbles and gurgles sounded. Before he could die, Jackson poured the third and final pot into the tub. Within another 30 seconds, Trip was dead.
I'm imagining the gurgling and bubbling is just go, go, go. Like from TikTok.
It says, 3 down, 2 to go, Jackson remarked. He looked over at Trey and Danny's burned faces and smiled. I'll make sure you suffer every second for the few hours left of your sorry ass lives, Jackson screamed. Trey and Danny said nothing, a grim expression on their faces.
Oh, they're just like,
They're like, this is sick, you motherfucker. And he's like, sick? You want to see sick?
He's like, you want to see sick? He's like, I have laryngitis. That voice sounds like you have laryngitis.
Chapter 35 is called The Tables Have Turned. Oh,
they're gonna turn and fuck each other, probably.
Trey could barely move his face. It was horrifically burned from the hot metal.
What if the tables turn into chairs? That's why it says the tables have turned. Deep.
It was horrifically burned from the hot metal pot that had been smashed into his face. Danny seemed to be doing worse, though. His face was half melted, and he was no longer speaking, probably even
I feel like he's like...
even moving his face slightly was agonizing.
Agony. I'm fucking sick of telling you to stop whoring around.
The next time Trey saw Jackson walk in, he was carrying a stick and a pocket knife alongside a charred slab of marble. Where the fuck?
Did he get a charred slab of marble?
Did he get it from the frat house? I don't fucking know.
Maybe so.
Maybe. I was like, where the fuck?
Because, like, marble
he just pulled it out of his tight little asshole.
His tight little pussy.
And just
his tight
on
little
the
man
floor.
pussy.
You know, it just on the floor.
His
And
tight little man pussy. Dropped that on the floor.
You won't get away with this, Trey stammered. Yes, I will. You guys are the ones who won't get away with what you've done. You both and your bitch-ass friends are a disgrace to humanity, and you are a scum of the earth.
Why
Jackson said.
Why is that how we talk to kids on Roblox? Just kidding, guys.
And scum need to be wiped out from this earth. Back to the fiery hell where you fucking belong. You're just mad because your faggot boyfriend is dead.
Gagged him. Gagged his ass.
Your pussy hurts because your faggot boyfriend is dead.
That, oh my god, I would fucking kill him immediately.
I need to read it again. You're just mad because your faggot boyfriend is dead. Danny spat. This sent Jackson into a rage. He grabbed a salt shaker and poured it directly onto his wound. He screamed.
It's like cartoonishly gory.
I know. He then did the same to Trey. What I find funny is how you all talk tough, but before I killed each one of your friends, they cried like little bitches, Jackson said, smirking.
This is disgusting.
The tables had truly turned.
Chapter title!
And Danny and Trey were not happy about it.
I love how you can tell when I came up with the chapter title.
I know. The tables truly had turned.
I was like, fuck, that's good. Write that shit down, Kathy.
Oh, do you think... Or I guess you come up with the chapter titles after you write it.
Yeah, so I write the full chapter, I think. And then I write the title at the end. Yeah, that's what I do. I do that shit now.
Jackson was fuming. He was glad to finally act on the numerous revenge fantasies he had had while in the hospital.
He's probably jerking off to them.
Three of the bastards were dead, and he was only getting started. Just kill me already, Danny said. You've won. Just kill me. You know you want to, he said.
So he's killed 3 out of the 5, and he's just getting started.
Jackson shook his head. For you, Danny, I have a fate worse than death, he said.
Oh, I remember what he does. Are you curious?
No, don't tell me.
Okay. I think I remember what he does.
What made you guys such psychos? Jackson asked. Danny shrugged. You call us psychos, but we were just bored.
Thank
and
you.
Killing faggots like you gives me joy inside. Okay. Trey said before he was interrupted by the charred marble slapping into his skull. Trey didn't even realize what had happened until he felt the blood trickling down his face. Owie! Trey stammered.
Does he actually fucking say ow?
Oh, he says, ow, but I thought owie was better. Jackson made sure to not hit him too hard to kill. Hard enough to kill. Just enough to stun him.
To make him say, owie.
Blunt force trauma was too peaceful of a way to die for these fucking assholes. Jackson grabbed the stick and began sharpening the tip of it with a knife. Trey's eyes widened when he realized what was about to happen.
Is he about to get ass fucked?
Well, I think he said he sharpened a stick into like a point, so I'm assuming he's gonna
stab him in the penis.
Trey's eye. So why was Obadiah working for you two again? Jackson asked. Sharpening the stick and sending wood splinters everywhere. Neither of them replied.
That's
Answer me!
That's the most straight guy thing to do, by the way. Sharpening shit with a fucking knife.
And it's Jackson.
It's Jackson!
Answer me! Jackson screamed, causing both boys to jump. His family was in debt with my father, and I promised him if he helped me with my hazing that I would make the debt go away, Danny said. Even after he did what you said, you still killed him? Jackson asked. Danny nodded his head. He would show no mercy to either of them. They had no mercy for themselves. And after Jackson was done sharpening the stick, he set it down on the ground and sat on the floor, staring into nothingness. "Are you going to get it over with, or what?" Trey said before Jackson shoved the spear through his throat. Trey's eyes widened in terror. He couldn't breathe. Jackson twisted the stick around, moving it and breaking it through his neck. He kept doing it until Trey's head was hanging by a small silver skin.
Sliver? Or did I say silver?
Oh, sliver of skin.
Sliver.
Which didn't last long. Trey's head clattered to the floor, and his empty, dead eyes frozen in the horror, staring up at Jackson.
So he literally...
I'm kind of weirded out. How the fuck did he decapitate? It's kind of hard to decapitate someone, and so, like, he had a fucking stick.
And he was like, ugh. And then he was like, do, and then it somehow cut his head off.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess Jackson's a fucking superhero, because how the fuck did that fucking twink carry a tub through the forest?
And then chapter 36 is called The Ultimatum.
Ultimatum. Fuck yeah.
Jackson moved Danny's chair to a separate room that he had set up. It was time to begin phase 2 of his revenge plan. And he was very keen on Danny's survival. In this room, Jackson had a camera set up that was pointed to an area where Danny would be sitting. Jackson would send a video to Mr. Ortega demanding that he expose his corrupt way of running the college and covering up for all of his son's crimes, or else Danny would die. Danny's appearance was sign enough that he wasn't bluffing. Next to the camera sat an editing software to edit the voice to be unrecognizable from Jackson's. He's just so fucking smart all of a sudden. Jackson grabbed a gag and put it into Danny's mouth. Once he was out of the camera view, he pressed record and began talking. "Hello, Mr. Ortega, or should I call you Brett? Right now, I have your son in captivity, and his friends are all dead. He's next if you don't follow my instructions. You have ran Orion University in the most corrupt ways. You covered up for your son's crimes and framed the murdered students as just missing when you knew damn well your son and his friends killed them," Jackson said.
My hair is like a carpet for
So
my
here's
eyes.
what you're going to do. You are to call the police and tell them everything your son did, and then you're going to admit to your corrupt way of running this university. If you don't do this within the next 24 hours, I will cut your son's hands off so he can never murder again. This cycle will continue daily, where I mutilate your son further and further until you listen to my instructions, Jackson said. Danny's muffled screams rang loudly through the room, a look of sheer terror in his eyes. Jackson loved it. Finally, Danny was getting what was coming to him. "You have 24 hours from when you receive this email," Jackson said. "I suggest you act quick if you want your son in one piece and alive." Jackson cut off the camera and took the USB chip from the camera and plugged it into his computer.
He cut the cameras, dead ass.
Cut the cameras. He edited for hours upon hours, making sure his video was absolutely undistinguishable from his real voice.
He's probably on fucking iMovie.
Once he was done editing, he activated a VPN on his computer to ensure that he would remain anonymous.
Sponsored by VPN.
"Tick-tock, Mr. Ortega, tick-tock," Jackson said, smiling.
I feel like this is like a book where it's like I get sponsored in the middle of it by like a VPN company. Danny isn't safe. You know what else isn't safe? Not having a VPN.
I'm seeing how much is like kind of left. Damn, there's a lot. Should I just finish it? There's only like this much left.
Yeah. Yes. Wait. Let's make sure.
That's not the rest. Like it ends here.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
guys, should we make another episode? Because there's like maybe 3 more, but they're really short though, I think.
Let's keep recording this one.
Okay, chapter 37 is called Ticky Talk.
That is fucking terrible chapter title.
Well, I said it's TikTok, but I was like, Ticky Talk.
Oh. TikTok on the clock.
Hi, baby.
What's up? Gang.
Oh, I can't fucking read this under my fucking eyes. Anyway. Mr. Ortega burst into his office carrying a steaming hot cup of coffee. He always loved his coffee black.
Just like his moon.
I know. He felt that any added sugars or creamers would drag him down.
Oh, I thought he was going to say like his coffee with cream.
He sat his mug of coffee carefully on his desk before he logged into his computer to start his busy day. His first thing that he did every day was check his emails. When he opened them, he saw the usual news outlets wanting him to discuss disappearances, high schools asking him to come do a tour on campus. One email caught his eye, though. It was from an anonymous email. He opened it and looked at the contents of the email. He looked at the topic, and it said, TikTok. The only thing in the email was a video. Cautiously, Mr. Ortega clicked on the video. He felt his stomach drop when he saw his son, Danny, tied up with his face horrifically burnt and bleeding, a gag in his mouth. He was mumbling please. Suddenly, a distorted voice came into the video. Hello, Mr. Ortega. Or should I call it, I like how you're just fucking
I just copied it. I copied and pasted that speech.
I have your son in captivity and his friends are all dead. He's next if you don't follow my instructions. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read it again.
I'll hear blah, 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 blah. Anyways.
The voice said, so here's what you're going to do. You are going to call the police and... It's the same fucking thing.
Oh, God. So that whole fucking
that whole fucking chapter is just reiterating that one fucking sentence. Danny's muffled screams echoed in Mr. Ortega's ears, tears streaming down his face. You have 24 hours from when you received this email.
Blah, 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 blah.
I suggest you act quick if you want your son in one piece and alive. The video quickly shut off.
The way that whole fucking last chapter was just
I know. Leaving Mr. Ortega to stare at the blank screen in horror and the silence ringing in his ears. Suddenly, the location clicked in Mr. Ortega's mind.
Of course.
The house on the outside of the campus. Danny had asked him for the keys. He quickly called his agent and told them to bring backup and to head to the house to save Danny.
Of course. How fucking convenient.
Did Jackson, not, think that, the police were gonna come after he sent this fucking email?
I feel like that's what he wanted.
Maybe. Chapter 38 is called The Trap.
So, I fucking forgot how... Oh, yeah, Trey died because he got his head cut off. Womp womp. So, Danny's the only one left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. He's the only one left. Mr. Ortega quickly climbed into his car and floored the gas pedal, zooming through campus. He could barely see the streets as tears blinded his vision. I'm coming, Danny!
There was an old girl.
Mr. Ortega screamed. It only took him 20 minutes at the speed he was going to reach the house. His backup followed closely behind him and in front of him. Once they finally reached the house, Mr. Ortega quickly opened and slammed his door before running up to the house. The backup followed closely behind. Danny, I'm coming, Mr. Ortega said as he approached the door. He was certain the door would have been locked, but to his surprise, it was unlocked.
What?
He swung the door open and heard a loud pop. Then burning came afterwards. He looked down and saw the bullet wound in his chest. He gasped in shock as blood dripped from the hole. He looked up to see the rifle with the trigger tied to the door. When he looked further inside, right next to the rifle, he saw Danny. Danny was shrieking in agony, but it came out muffled due to the fact that his lips had been melted together. His eyes were gouged out, and his arms and legs had been cut off.
His arms were cut off. His lips were melted together.
His legs were cut off. His eyes were cut off.
His eyes were blocked out. Literally, it's taking me the fuck out.
Sharp metal spikes were sticking into his ears, puncturing his eardrums. It was the last thing Mr. Ortega saw before he collapsed dead onto the floor. The email that the murderer sent was on a schedule. A man who worked for Mr. Ortega said this killer knew that Mr. Ortega would hurry to the scene and run right into the trap. That video he sent was most likely recorded days prior, he said.
So, it was sent and scheduled. So, I feel like Jackson already got away. But also, how the fuck would Danny survive with all of his limbs being cut off for days on end?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense, Trentina. Oh my god, this is another instance where I named this after a fucking Nine Inch Nails song. This is another chapter named after a
Sorry,
Nine
you
Inch
scared
Nails
the shit
song.
out of me when you just yelled at me all of a sudden.
I'm sorry. I got really excited. I was like, holy fuck, I knew I had another chapter.
I was like, you scared me when you yelled at me.
I'm sorry. I need to listen back to that and be like, how loud was
Chapter
I?
39, I'm looking forward to joining you finally.
That's like a nice. Yeah. It's like that one where it's like, the four of us are dying.
Everything had gone according to plan. And to be fair, I mean, he might have cut off his, limbs and shit, but he also might have cauterized them.
Cauterized?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so.
He might have cauterized them so he didn't bleed out. Because
Yeah.
he definitely would have if he didn't do anything like that.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Everything had gone according to plan. Jackson knew Mr. Ortega would be falling into his trap. He wouldn't be so willing to sacrifice his career and reveal his corrupt ways and ruin his son's life. He would first try to go back to the location that Danny resided at. Jackson didn't even know that Mr. Ortega knew until Danny mentioned it as a threat.
I'm so fucking confused. It's like a middle school drama.
My dad knows where I am, Danny spat, and he'll fucking kill you for what you're doing. Because of this, Jackson halted sending the email and scheduled it to be sent in 2 days' time. By then, it would have already been too late to save Danny. He wasn't going to kill Danny, no. He was going to give him a fate worse than death.
So, like...
Over the next 2 days, Jackson tortured Danny by slowly taking away his senses. First, he cut off Danny's arms.
Here we go. The shit
legs.
we already fucking knew about.
He did it gradually, and with tourniquets copiously tied around his limbs to ensure that Danny wouldn't bleed out. Okay. Tourniquets. That's what it is.
Tourniquet. At least a tunica. I was like, ew.
That was too good for him. After his limbs were cut off, Jackson cauterized them with a hot blade. See? Next, he moved to the senses. First, he melted Danny's lips together so that he could never speak again. He could never have a normal life. Next, he gouged out Danny's eyes. The last thing he took was his hearing, so he could hear every single fucking word Jackson had to say. You are going to spend every single day of your miserable life in a state of helplessness. Just like all the gay men you murdered with your frat brothers. You will never see the light of day again, and you'll be forced to live inside your own mind. I hope you fucking rot in hell, Jackson screamed. Danny winced.
That's a good ending.
I bet you feel insulted and emasculated that a gay man is the cause of your downfall.
Okay, he was eating until he said that. And now I'm like, this is cringe. Fuck you.
Jackson said before jamming the spike into Danny's eardrum. He shrieked a muffled shriek of agony. After this, he made sure to stop the bleeding from all Danny wounds. I thought it would have been funny if he would have cut his fucking tongue out. Because you can't speak either. And that would have been something like, earlier, like they tried to, like, that one guy lost his tongue.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that would have been good.
Yeah. I get, like, the melting lips part, because you can't.
Yeah.
But, like, if you cut someone's tongue out, they literally can't, like.
But also, like, they could totally go in with surgery and, like, and then you'd be, like, talk, kind of.
Right?
So.
Oh, I mean, they're gonna get it apart, I'm assuming. But, anyway. Okay. After this, he made sure to stop the bleeding from all Danny's wounds. He disinfected them, too, regularly, to make sure he wouldn't die. Later on, he sent the video to Mr. Ortega's computer. Once he sent it, he set up the trap for him by tying the rifle trigger to the doorknob before finally escaping out the window. I like how there's no one fucking there, but he went out the window. Jackson had no intentions on continuing living. He had finished his goal, and he was ready to join Daniel in death. Fuck getting a bachelor's degree in business. Without Daniel, he didn't want to resume living. He was already clinging onto the last bit of his sanity. He walked until he made it to a city. He saw a tall building with a ladder leading up to the top of a roof. The building had to be at least 50 feet high. He would do it here. Jackson was met with frightened expressions when they saw his deranged demeanor. His face covered in blood and his eyes completely blank and devoid of any and all emotion. Like, that doesn't make him fucking, like, guilty as hell. He was a hollow shell of who he used to be. The Jackson that used to work at the bakery and was majoring in business was long dead, and soon the current Jackson would be as well. Jackson quickly climbed the ladder before anyone could stop him from enacting on his plan. He reached the top quickly, the wind almost throwing him off balance. It whipped wildly around his hair. He looked at the setting sun, admiring it. It would be the last sunset he would ever see, and he was okay with that. I'm looking forward to joining you, finally, Jackson said. He walked to the edge and looked down. The long drop swam into Jackson's vision, and he felt nothing, absolutely nothing. The void was calling his name. He could see Daniel at the bottom of the building, smiling upwards at Jackson, encouraging him. You're 50 feet in the air and you can see him? Anyway.
I think he's lost his fucking mind.
Well, true. Jackson barely even realized he had stepped 1 foot off the building until he felt himself falling, descending. Everything around him faded. He had never heard the screams or saw the horrified expressions of the surrounding passerbys as they stared and pointed at Jackson. They're like, oh, fag!
Like, fag jump off building, say what?
The only thing he saw was Daniel. No one else could see him but Jackson. Jackson closed his eyes and wrapped his arms around himself as the wind whipped violently in the face. He was ready. The drop felt like it lasted forever, but now he had fallen 30 feet, and he would only have to wait a few seconds longer. A smile spread across Jackson's face as he felt himself fall into Daniel's warm embrace. Almost there, Daniel said encouragingly. You brought us all justice, and now it's time to rest, Jackson agreed. He opened his eyes for one final time and opened his arms wide before he finally got swallowed up in the dark, listless void that was the afterlife. And there's another fucking chapter.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is. There's this.
Oh, okay.
Chapter 40 is called... What do you think it's called?
Killing Myself, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
It's called Chapter 40, Void.
Void?
Danny saw nothing, heard nothing, and felt almost nothing.
Oh, this is from the point of view of Danny.
Yeah. The only thing surrounding him was pressing darkness that was beginning to cave in on him. He didn't even remember what his voice sounded like. He had lost all track of time. He thought he was in some form of hospital because he felt tubes come in and out of his nose to keep him nourished, and he felt the cold air burning his skin with iciness. The only thing Danny felt was misery. He wanted to die, and he craved death instead of this hell he called a life every day. Even stronger than the feeling of misery was regret. A regret so strong that it swallowed him whole and was eating away at his insides. He had ruined people's lives, and now his had been ruined even worse. Danny would stay in this void, this dark, listless void forever, and he would spend every single minute of it in agony. He could never escape its grasp.
Agony came back, bitch.
And that is the end of this.
That is the stupidest fucking ending. It's like he was in agony at the very end. Girl.
He was in agony.
Both of these sucked, but I feel like the senior trip was better than this shit. And I signed this shit. I was like proud of this. I was like, this is my book, bitch.
I made this.
Okay, so that was the end of season 8. We will be back whenever we read another fuck-ass book. We have one in mind. Right?
Yeah, we kind of have one in mind.
Hopefully it doesn't suck. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.